ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Canadian farm, where today we are now in patch 1.3. Well, the beta version of patch 1.3, and I'm going to double check with my. Yep, I thought so. I thought the game sounded quiet. There we go. In the beta version of patch 1.3, public beta 1, and I have literally just discovered a problem that I didn't test. One of my mods is broken. As you can see, I've got all mods in here. They're all perfectly fine. The vehicle rental mod is dead, I'm afraid. So, I do have all of the hayfield back here baled up, but we now have a gigantic problem, actually. I didn't test. Oh dear. I didn't test the extended loan mod either. We may have to quit. Or I may have to do some save file editing. Either way, let's get. Oh dear. Doesn't tell me what my max is, which is hopefully a good thing. Let's just get a bit of money together. And as you can see, actually, in the top right... Oh, it's gone now. Just gonna look at the ground, because the next thing I'm gonna do is trigger it as well. So let's get the T127 stacker. Okay. And if you look at the top right of the screen, you can see it's telling me I've just spent €24,000. What I'm gonna do now is I am going to reset that. And hop into the JCB. Manual ignition and all those kind of mods still work by the looks of it. Zoya mod luckily still works. And I can kind of accept things breaking because it's a beta patch and it's not that big a deal. Drive control still works, which is nice. Vehicle handling, if you didn't notice, is a lot better. Thoroughly, if you haven't got it already, get patch 1.3. Get the public beta. It's completely stable. There are optimizations and improvements all over the place. And the only big problems now are, well, some of my mods have broken, which is something I can deal with. It's something that you kind of expect when there's a big patch. It's not... Honestly, I think Giants dropped the ball a bit. Unless there's stuff coming in on public beta 2 or, you know, the final patch. I think Giants dropped the ball. There's no like massive, amazing wow factor to this patch. It's just bug fixes by the looks of things, and a couple of new features that more than likely are console, you know, made for the consoles. But there's nothing major that's been changed. Unfortunately, nothing added, nothing removed. I think it's a bit of a letdown, really. And I know it's free, so I can't complain too much. But the amount of time we had to wait, I'm honestly a bit disappointed. Hopefully the autosave mod still works, and Glimpse still works, which is nice. And yes, this is my own version of the map. I don't have the original version of this map in anymore. I can show you the little ramp I made now. Look at how pretty it is. And it is, you know, relatively smooth. It's a lot smoother than what it used to be. And there's no collisions over here anymore. Hopefully, and this is the first time I'm testing this, hopefully I'll be able to drop the bales like here. And they will destroy and then sell and all of that good stuff. I never checked one thing. Hey, bale extension still works. I'm gonna get tons of money. Oh, it only it's flashing up plus 1,826 repeatedly because it's counting each individual bale as an individual sale. I should explain. the game will now tell you when you're making and losing money. So when the milk sale happens, it'll flash up plus whatever amount you get. And likewise when vehicle maintenance fees or various maintenance fees are charged, I think it flashes up how much they were. It doesn't flash up what you've just lost money for, but it does flash up that you've lost money, which is nice. It's a nice little thing. As well as that, they've changed the F1 menu here. It now changes depending on which button you've got pressed, which doesn't show an awful lot in this, but now. And I'm just going to switch over to this. And the telehandler makes a bit of a bigger difference. It makes even bigger difference in Cedars. It's a lot cleaner looking now and a lot smaller, which is nice. It's something they really should have thought about from the beginning. Again, small little optimizations, cool. But it took 6 months for the patch, so I was kind of expecting something huge. Like maybe even a new crop or something. That's the size I was thinking was potentially going to happen. I mean, I suppose they could do it with the Homer DLC that's due out. And I wonder, is that the plan? If that's the plan. For those of you who don't know, when FS15 was announced, it was announced there would be 3 DLCs. We've already got 2 of them by my count, unless the 2 we already have don't count as major DLCs. The 2 DLCs we have, and I have them, are the IT Runner and the JCB DLC. Awesome, well done, Giants. 2 DLCs before the second patch. Well, the third patch, because you released a day 1 patch. Awesome. The issue really is that the DLCs were more or less announced with the game, which is a bit of a downside. But the third third DLC is supposed to be Homer. Well, it is going to be Homer. It was officially announced by both Homer and Farming Simulator. Well, Homer and Giants, I suppose. Via the Farming Simulator Facebook page, Twitter page, I think, as well. So, Homer make a lot of, potato and sugar beet gear. A lot of harvesters and stuff for them. So I'm thinking the third DLC will probably be like 2 harvesters or something and be, €50, because Giants like overcharging for stuff. They do. I think the DLCs, all of them have been overpriced. They've all been too expensive for what you get. Especially IT Runner. I mean, you're getting literally 1 trailer and a ton of attachments for that trailer. It's essentially what you're getting. But hopefully, and this is genuinely my hope, hopefully the Homer DLC brings in like carrots or onions or something, or cabbage, because the way the game is set up now with the multi-silo, Giants could really easily put a little trigger into the code that if such and such a vehicle is detected, such and such a crop becomes active, which I don't know if it's possible, but I don't see why not. I mean, it makes sense to me. So that's something that I think might happen, is Giants might have a trigger somewhere in 1.3 patch. That's somewhere in 1.3 where I'm sure somebody's gone through the entire patch already and checked out every line of the code, but I think I've got a sneaking suspicion there's a trigger somewhere that says, well, if Homer DLC detected, install cabbage, onion and tomato or something like that. Cotton or something. I don't know. But I'd like to see more crops. I really would. I think Giants dropped the ball on the crops, really. JCB DLC is the only thing that didn't really drop the ball on. Oh my god, I think drive control is overwriting 1.3. Because the JCB seems a bit skittish still, and it shouldn't be. I may have to uninstall drive control after the next episode. Because as you know, I record 2 episodes on here and then switch out and do any mod tinkering I need to do. And then I go into Culver Park and do that. And I've seen a few. That seems to be the more popular of my series, despite the fact that literally half the episodes are me doing. Well, me not doing anything but harvesting and just editing some music in on top of it. I've no idea why. But the popularity of this map seems to have waned significantly. So this might be a bit of a shorter series. I might just finish off the next harvest and be done with it. Assuming I can afford a harvester. I have no plans for the next map, which is quickly going to become a problem if I can't find a map. There are a few that I'd like to do, but well, there are a few that I'm considering, but each of them would require a small bit of editing on my part. One of them in particular I'll be editing over the course of a while, and that's not going to be the next map, but I'm probably going to do it eventually. And I do like to keep all the maps I'm going to be using secret until it's time to go to the map. Because quite often I decide with 5 minutes before I actually start doing the map, oh, I'm going to do this map. Culver Park though was kind of... I was testing and doing stuff on that while I was still doing Bandicoot, so that was ready to go. And it was just down to me finishing up Bandicoot in whatever way I could. I have no idea what to do now because the vehicle rental mod's dead. I might see if I accidentally deleted it or something. That is an issue. I forgot to get a couple more mods as well. Also, I forgot to remember how many bales I made. It can't have been... There is no way it was evenly divisible by 8. I thought it was an odd number I made. You watch, there's going to be a bale in the ditch over there somewhere. Where's the bale in the ditch? Because I know there was at least one. I think I might have... Did I seriously make an evenly... I did. Oh, no, nuts. Well, I guess this is happening. I'm gonna check things after the trips. Nuts, this has gone a lot faster than I had anticipated. I was gonna come up with something at the end of the episode to do, and kinda need to come up with something now. Actually, from what I've seen, that corn is real, so I might just be a bit cheeky and chaff it. I have no mores. You see what I'm thinking of doing? I'm just gonna finish this off before I finish that thought. And now that I own this, I can just dump it there. What I'm thinking of doing, and it is the ultimate cheeky move, is going along all around here with a set of mowers and getting all of the hay so that it's, well, it is free money. How much is the big M? Dang it. Mowers. Oh yeah, I got this. This I'll eventually use. 256,000. Well, I guess we're gonna check how big our loan can get. Hey! So let's just make an insanely large loan of like 500,000. That'll do. And we'll get, whoops, the OEB, Big M, and we already have a baler, so we need to get a tether. We'll get the massive one. And the windrower, again, we'll get the massive one. And what we'll do now is we will, oops, pay back as much as we can. Turn off this. Hop into the Big M, turn that on. Hope it works because I haven't tested this. Oh yeah, I have to turn these three on. 4, 5, and 6. Widespreading. Unfold. Now the reason I'm turning on widespreading is it's actually easier to TED it if it's just spread out flat on the ground. Let's lower them. And let's go mowing in the most insane way possible. Oh, this thing actually does have a speed limit. I don't know if it did before, but it does now. So yeah, we're gonna probably spend this episode, well, the rest of this episode and all of the next episode just mowing, and then I'll take the windrow off camera, so that at least some sanity remains. These flowers are a solid object. That's amazing. The trees aren't, the flowers are. So I think that's good enough for that spot there. I'll just raise them more so it's a bit easier to get around. And ooh, look at how big this area is. Yes, this'll do nicely. Here's hoping the Big M can cope. OEB claim it can cope with damn near anything, so why shouldn't I test that? There we go. So, I really don't know what to say for the rest of this episode because I was kind of planning on the hay taking ages and getting us enough money and being able to rent things and not, you know, having to take out a massive loan because that mod still works. And yeah, things have gone a bit wrong, to say the least. So we'll end up with a couple of fairly boring episodes. Just realised I'm thinking about a lot of things right now. It's like I'm running a bit short on time today overall as well, which really doesn't help. This is one of those weird weeks where I've got plans for the weekend and a seriously large amount of stuff to do during the week that you guys don't know about, and that I have mentioned it to one of you guys, and you know who you are. I've said that, you know, farm sim and YouTube isn't all I do. I'm not going to say any more than that, but suffice to say, I'm learning something new and pushing myself really hard to get good at it quickly. The issue is, it's tough. It's, you know, it's taking up a lot of time. I spent probably about 20 hours the last last 2 days working on it and trying to figure out how to do this and how to do that, and why this wasn't working, why that wasn't working, and I'm getting essentially nowhere. But I've made a lot of progress, but I don't think I've made quite enough yet. There's a long way to go for that, and it's taking up a lot of time. So videos are obviously taking a bit of a back seat for me at the moment. I'm still going to keep up my 1 video a day policy and my 1 video a day schedule. Don't worry, things aren't going to change that drastically. And the videos will stay pretty much the same formats as they are now. But I just won't be recording. Well, I'll actually be recording when I know I'll have trouble getting to a week in advance. Like now. It's May 6th today. Yes. And I'm going away for a couple of days over the weekend to chill out and hang out with a friend. So that's going to be pretty cool. The issue is I've only got up until Sunday recorded, and I'll be gone away Friday and Saturday. I don't want to be trying to rush everything on Sunday, so I'm recording it on Wednesday. If you're seeing this on Monday, I'm recording this last Wednesday. That's kind of the way that I'm working at the moment. I think I'm going to leave it here because, well, we've run over 20 minutes. That's essentially it. Comment, like, subscribe, all that nonsense, the PewDiePie and stuff. Blah. I'll see you guys next time when we'll be continuing mowing because we need money, quite a lot of money. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.